everyone, and welcome back to another Tar Talks episode. The topic for this episode is one I was so clueless about and is genuinely something Greenup entirely found. This is so interesting though. This is not the story of some fancy tech startup or some viral influencer. This is not even the story of some big time scam. This is a story of a man with a mirror, a pair of scissors, and a great vision. Who is this story about, Rina?
Okay, fine. Before I tell who it is about, let's end the story. Let's take a trip, not too far, to a village in Tamil Nadu, India. The year is somewhere in the late 1970s. The roads are dusty, the air smells of jasmine and filter coffee. And inside a modest little thatched shop with one creaky chair and a cracked mirror sits a man named Kumar Raval.
He's a barber, just like his father. Every morning he wakes up and he sweeps the floor, sharpens his scissors, and greets the customers with a very toothy smile and a quick, "Come, take a seat." But here is where the story gets actually very interesting.
One of the most popular parts of his service, a good old fashioned coconut oil head massage. You know, the kind, warm oil, rhythmic fingers, and the occasional slap to stimulate circulation.
Can I be honest? Whoever ever oils your hair, I do not think the slap is ever to stimulate circulation. The slap is very intentional. But well, Coverwell's clients loved it. But he, in the end, noticed something very odd. They were always complaining about the coconut oil as much as they loved the massage. The coconut oil was never good enough. It came in these big metal tins. They were very hard to store, very leaky, and in a few days, the coconut oil would start to smell also. Not rancid, just not right. And the packaging was very messy. Kumar, well, as the barber and as the person who had to store all of this, knew this better than anyone else.
Now, this is where the thought came in. What if I could make a cleaner version? Something simple, something sealed, something that just made sense. And so, with no NDA, no funding round, no marketing thing, Kumar Raval walked into a plastic factory in Chennai and bought a dozen small, clear plastic bottles. He poured in filter coconut oil, closed them tight, and scribbled a name on it with a permanent marker.
Like any visionary, Kumarvel did not realize at the time, but this was the beginning of something very, very big. In the beginning, these bottles were just sold to his regular customers. 5 rupees a bottle. Very, very small price, even for the time. The reaction, overwhelming. People loved how clean it was, how easy to use it was. One customer told his cousin, another one told his sister. One bottle ended up somehow in Bangalore, another one in Hyderabad. And this spread, it spread all throughout South India.
Soon, Kumar Raval couldn't keep up. He recruited his brother. They rented a room to store stock, then another to bottle oil.
They named the company VVD, short for Velancheri Venkatesa Devar, their father's name. VVD was no longer a side hustle. This was a full business.
But the late 90s, VVD had turned into one of India's most trusted coconut oil brands. Supermarkets stocked it, salons used it, grandmothers recommended it, and eventually it became one of India's largest coconut oil exporters.
But this isn't just the story of oil. This is a story about listening. Kumarvel did not invent coconut oil. He did not even invent bottling it. But he saw a gap. He saw a gap between what the consumers were getting and what the consumers wanted. A problem that nobody was solving. And instead of waiting for someone else to come to the solution, he literally just did it himself. And that is what the real magic of this story is all about.
Like, because of this one thought, how can I make this better? Now, this is something deeply beautiful about that, isn't there?
That your biggest idea doesn't have to come from a fancy boardroom or a pitch deck. All it has to come from is literally your customers complaining to you and telling you that this smells so bad.
Even today, if you walk into some homes in South India, you'll find those VVD bottles lined up on shelves. The same logo, the same simplicity, and a legacy that continues.
Built not on virality, but on complete trust. I believe the story of BVD is not just a story to entertain the listeners, but is also a story that will come in handy for so many of future entrepreneurs, so many of future inventors. Sometimes you don't need to have fancy boardrooms or fancy a full staff meeting to decide your problems. All you need to do is listen to the consumers.
And maybe, just maybe, you've got a VVD idea too, waiting to
Exactly.
be bottled.
So just remember one thing, that all you have to do is look around you, listen to the consumers, and try to understand what the problem is at its core. That was DVD and Kumarvel's story on Tar Talks. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope to see you next episode too.